So is this a common problem in your home to where you have a door that sags? You either always have to turn the handle to get it shut. It drags at the top, makes a lot of noise, and gets pretty annoying. The good thing is there's a couple easy fixes to make this happen, so hopefully we can show you how to do that today and fix it within 5 or 10 minutes with minimal tools. So I think we found the problem here on this door and why it sags. Pretty simple and pretty common. You can see right here these screws have backed out, and more than likely there's one or two of them, or maybe all three, that are actually stripped out. So there could be a couple different issues here, but we know obviously this is one of them. The good thing is it's going to require minimal tools and might not cost you anything at all. Okay, on this here, I'm going to go ahead and pull these screws out. We have two different styles, so I'm going to have to switch bits here. First we'll take the Phillips out. You know, while you're doing this, you can actually use a drill to take these out with a screw gun. I just wouldn't recommend putting them back in with a screw gun, because what's going to happen is you're probably going to strip those out as well. So we'll get these out, and then we'll go ahead and see what we've got in here. So we get that one out, one more here. Okay, so here we are ready to reattach this. What we're going to do first is start with the one in the center. The center one's going to be more of your anchor on the hinge, because actually what we're going to do is angle it interior just a little bit. There's actually a 2x4 stud back here that this one will catch in the center, and that's going to be the one that's going to hold this the most. So let's go ahead and get that in. As you can see, I'm kind of putting it at an angle towards the inside. And you can see where it's actually it's tightening it up very nice. Again, you can use a drill on this if you want. You just got to be careful at the end that you don't over tighten it and strip it out. So for the top two, we're going to use just a little trick. Everybody's got some toothpicks in their house. So let's go ahead and put a couple of toothpicks in the top and a couple in the bottom. Make sure they're in there nice and snug as far as you can get them. This will create more wood interior for the screw to bind to and tighten up, so hopefully we won't be stripped out again. So let's start with the top one. That one's tightened up nice. This one should too. Feels like it is, so that's good and tight. So now remember, when we started, this door was moving all over the place. The hinge was bouncing all over. Now we're nice and tight and solid, so that should help us on this door closing quite a bit better. And also just note here that if you don't have a long screw, this was a 2.5-inch screw to go into the center. If you don't have that, you can just go ahead and do the same thing on this screw that we did on the top and the bottom. Use your toothpicks, put them in, and I think you'll be good to go. Longevity wise, it helps just to have that in as an anchor, but you should still be fine. So also at this time while you're here, I would just go through and tighten up all of your other screws all the way up and down the hinges and just snug them up. Don't over tighten them. If you do, it's fine. You just learned how to do it. You could just throw a toothpick in there and snug everything up while you're here. That way you know the door is good to go. Okay, here's the final test. Let's see if this is going to shut on its own, nice and easy without rubbing over in the corner. Nice and smooth, just like that. Easy fix, anybody can do this. All right, so today hopefully learned how to fix that door that's hanging up and dragging with minimal tools, pretty much a screwdriver and a couple toothpicks. A basic thing to do that if you had somebody come out, it could cost you, who knows, $50 to $75 to do it. But I'm pretty confident that anybody can do this. So again, thanks for watching The Fix Addict, and stay tuned for more.